His fame gives him the right to grab one of your daughters or sisters.
Oh boy, Lady Gaga just threw down the gauntlet and went full bad romance on Donald Trump, exposing him like never before. You thought you knew Trump, huh? Well, Gaga just spilled some tea so hot it'll make your grandma clutch her pearls and your uncle flip the dinner table. From shocking secrets to jaw-dropping revelations, she didn't just call him out, she made the entire country rethink everything. It's a moment of truth that's got people talking, and it's a game changer.
Some people want to win races. Other people want to be president of the United States and change people's lives. It's about the intention. I believe that will reveal itself. People are smart. And I am hopeful that our nation is coming together. There's a lot of young people that really, really love each other. And if we can reestablish that human connection and get everyone to start speaking, I believe this device.
Lady Gaga unleashed a verbal fireworks show on Donald Trump. And let me tell you, it was more explosive than a 4th of July barbecue at Mar-a-Lago. This wasn't some lighthearted jab or a cute little diss. Gaga went full bad romance on him, leaving his reputation gasping for air like a deflated Trump balloon at a failed rally.
More than half of this country's life, women didn't have a voice. Yet we raised children. We held our families together. We supported men as they made the decisions. But tomorrow, women will be a part of making this decision. Today, I am holding in my heart all the tough, tenacious women who made me who I am. I cast my vote for someone who will be a president for all.
If you're enjoying this, please subscribe. Lady Gaga called him out in a way so theatrical, Broadway producers probably started taking notes. This was a Shakespearean-level dragging, a monologue so brutal, even Lady Macbeth would have stepped back and said, "Dane, girl." Trump, the man who somehow turned the White House into a reality show that made The Apprentice look like PBS Kids, got read like a pop diva tearing through bad reviews. But this time, there was no comeback, no lawsuit, no desperate true social meltdown to save him. Picture Gaga standing there, draped in an outfit made entirely of metaphor, sharper than Melania's side-eye, delivering lines so ruthless that even his spray tan probably faded in real time.
He claims that he represents people who have been unrepresented, who haven't had a voice.
I think what is most important is for us to try to decipher now what is real and what is not, and what is honest and what is dishonest, and be accepting of those things and not
Let's be real. If anyone can take down a man who thinks calf is a word, it's Lady Gaga. Bad romance? No, bad presidency, and Mother Monster had time today. Honestly, it's about time. The man's been running around like a malfunctioning animatronic from a discount amusement park, waving his tiny hands in the air, yelling about witch hunts, and treating the Constitution like it's an IKEA manual he refuses to read. But Gaga, oh, she grabbed the metaphorical mic, stared straight into the void that is Trump's moral compass, and said, "You thought your scandals were bad? Hold my mic."
Now it's time for action. It's time to muster all of our energy, every ounce of us, every ounce of hope, and optimism, and enthusiasm, every ounce of fear, and frustration, and discouragement. Now is the time to show up and vote like this country depends on it, because
Trump has spent his entire career, both in and out of politics, pulling off stunts that would make even the most dramatic pop star say, "Wow, that's a bit much." But Gaga, she was like, "Step aside, I've got receipts." And not just any receipts, the kind that make even his most devoted supporters pause for a second before mumbling something about fake news and crawling back into their MAGA bunkers. For years, the world has watched Trump act like a businessman who somehow managed to lose money running a casino. A casino, mind you, a place designed to make money no matter what. And yet, somehow, he fumbled it like a toddler trying to carry a gallon of milk. Let's not even get started on his presidency, where he made more questionable decisions than a cat trying to jump onto a ceiling fan. Gaga, on the other hand, knows how to put on a show, and this time the show was called Donald Trump, the musical, A Comedy of Errors. She laid it all out, His endless stream of lawsuits, the sketchy business dealings, the hypocrisy so thick you could cut it with a knife. It was like watching a roast, except instead of comedians, it was just facts smacking Trump across the face in rapid succession.
Supposed to be for VIPs, right? Now he's got Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is not too big. I could tell you plenty of stories. About.
Of course, his response, a masterpiece of delusion. You could practically hear the incoherent, all-caps tweets forming in his brain. He probably tried to type out a response but got distracted, trying to remember how many American flags he needed in the background for his next rant about how he's the most persecuted billionaire in history. It's always the same song and dance of this guy. First, deny everything, even when there's video evidence, then blame someone else. Hillary, Obama, the wind, the deep state, that one guy at Starbucks who spelled his name wrong. Finally, claim he's the victim, like he's some tragic Shakespearean hero, instead of a guy who treats classified documents like takeout menus. Look, nobody's saying Lady Gaga single-handedly ended Trump's career. The man has more political lives than a cat with a lawyer on speed dial, but she definitely cranked the spotlight up to maximum brightness. And if there's one thing Trump can't handle, it's the cold, hard truth, especially when it's delivered by a woman with a more successful brand, a better spray tan, and a fan base that actually supports her because they like her, not because they're waiting for tax cuts.
It could be Donald Trump.
I have nothing to say.
Trump's entire existence is built on convincing people he's a genius businessman, a mastermind strategist, and an all-American hero. But in reality, he's the political equivalent of one of those gas station hot dogs that's been spinning for 12 hours, overcooked, questionable, and definitely not good for the country. And Lady Gaga, she just walked in, pointed at it, and said, "Hey, I'll see this, right?" So now the real question is, what's next? Because if Trump has proven anything, it's that no amount of reality can shake his confidence. He'll probably double down, claim that Gaga is part of some elaborate deep state conspiracy, and then sell autographed copies of whatever nonsense he scribbles on a napkin during his next fast food binge. But here's the thing, this isn't about politics anymore.
And I just want to say tonight that trans people are not invisible. Trans people deserve love. The queer community deserves to be lifted up. Music is love. Thank you.